Hello, welcome back to Gumbodia. It's been a little bit since I recorded a video, and today is the conclusion to the River Biome Drowned Farm video. So we actually want it to be night. The spider jockey. So there's been a flurry of activity over the past 8 weeks or so that I haven't uploaded a video. I finished the farm and I had several other players come and build in Gumbodia. And anyway, here's some of the loots that I've collected. This is the very first trident that I got, so it'll become the memento later. So let's get right to it. We left off with the bottom of the farm and the top of the farm still left to do. So let's go up and take a look at the upper part of the farm. Now this area is a dark zone. So I have some magma blocks up here and they absorb light from nearby light sources. So there can be no light ever in this room. Ender chests, skylight, any light. So I know it's probably pretty dark. I got a potion. So this is the upper collection of the farm. And you guys remember the guardians that I put in there. Now if you didn't see the first 2 episodes of this, or they're actually parts to this episode, you may want to go and check it out to see how I got to this point. But if you did see them, then this is what we've been waiting for. It took me a while to build this, but it's actually been up and working for quite a while. So how I built this was I started with just a source block of water in the center of the farm. And then I built some dirt pads that allowed the water to pour over the edge onto the next dirt pad and then over the edge onto the next dirt pad. And then I broke the dirt away, and that's how you get the water stream effect that we have. And then I just put in some magma blocks all the way around the farm, on the, not in the corners, but on the straight edges. And what happens is that I think somebody just got it over here. What happens is the salmon just kind of swim up and end up swimming over into the source blocks of water that are above these magma blocks here, and that makes them get sucked down, and because they're flowing out the back, it kind of pulls them back, and that effectively harvests the fish, and they just swim right in there and end up getting turned into items, and the items flow down the channels and they end up in the chest over there down below. Now the squid, the guardian take care of the squid. They're not spawning right now because we're too close, but if we walked away, we would hear the guardian shooting the squid. and the ink rises to the surface and then gets sucked over and takes the same path as the salmon does. Now the drowns spawn and then they just fall down to the bottom. So let me take you down there, but first let me tell you a couple things about this farm. When you're building the farm, you'll want to put ice around the guardians so that when you're in the farm, if anybody with a trident spawns, they won't accidentally throw a trident and hit one of the guardians, because that happened to me twice. And the guardians will pop out and you'll end up having to mess around putting them all back, and it's a big pain. So word to the wise, cover the guardians with ice just along the fence post down there, and then when you're done, you just break it with your fortune pickaxe and they'll turn back into source blocks of water. Let's run over here and see if we can catch this salmon getting caught. Oh, it already got sucked in. I'm gonna hang around hopefully and I'll show you some salmon getting caught. Maybe these. Alright, these fish are getting really close. Oh, over here maybe. Oh, there's one. Here's what they look like when they get caught. Come on, fishies. Go a little farther. Come on. Well, they're not going to do it for us. Being stubborn. Oh, another one just got caught. Oh, here they are, yeah. So there goes a fish. Alright, well the potion's wearing off, so let's go back down. Alright, let's see the bottom of the farm now. So this is a temporary spot where I collect the salmon and the ink. And we get about a stack of ink for every stack of salmon. Sometimes 2 stacks of ink. So a little bit more ink than salmon. All this kind of area down here was a temporary setup that I made while I was building the farm. But let's go around here. And we'll see if we can get one to show up. Oh, here comes one. So I built this drowned elevator, and it was pretty easy to make. I don't know if anybody's made one quite like this, but the turtle egg needs to have 2 blocks of air above it, and the drowns need to have a valid path to the egg, and it seems like a fence post doesn't mess that up. And the drown, from my experience, could sense the egg from up to 24 blocks away. So what I did was I just had water streams on the 3 sides go 8 blocks out, and that brings the drowns into this area here, and all of these spaces are within the 24 block range of the egg. So they end up walking down this one wide tunnel and up the elevator. So I always like to filter my mobs into a 1 wide kill chamber if possible. Here comes a guy. Alright, let me take you upstairs and show you what that looks like. Alright, and here we are. This is the big cave that I dug the other day, and here comes all the drowns. Now this is a temporary setup for them right now, and this water is just to prevent spawns in this area, and I can't put light in here because I don't want to affect the magma blocks up there. But you can see there's quite a few drowns. The farm works pretty well. It works better at night than it does during the day, and it takes about an hour to get a trident from the farm. So let's loot these guys up. There's a couple guys with tridents. I see 2 tridents. Oh, we got one. Bam. Another trident in the belly. So this is done for now, the drowned farm. And it's part of our grind everything grinder, which we're building. So with the drowned farm, we are grinding drowned, and we are also grinding fish and squid. So I can go ahead and mark those 3 things off our list of the grind everything grinder. I can also mark off iron golems because we have a double iron farm over there, which will eventually be hooked up. So this is the new dig out for the next farm, and I'll create a tunnel like I did before that goes off that way, and this is going to be the overworld gold farm for pigman farm. I haven't got to build one of these in a long time because I'm not sure if they cause problems or something with the nether portals or whatnot, but I think that what happens is some of the pigmen, when they spawn into the overworld, they end up going back through the portal into the nether, and then when you go into the nether, there'll be all these pigmen in the portal. So I don't know if this really happens or not. I haven't really got to build a overworld gold farm before. That's why I want to build one so bad. So I figure it's my world, I can do what I want, and I want to build a gold farm. So that's what's going to go here. All right, well, we're back in the starter base, and we're gonna go ahead and put the very first trident that we got into the memento room. So this was my first enchanting room that I built, and it has become the memento room. And all of these things are mementos from the previous episodes that I did. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this trident right there. And that's going to conclude the River Biome Drowned Farm episode. I want to thank you for watching. I hope that you found some of the information useful and maybe some cool ideas that you can use in your own farms. Well, thanks for watching. This has been Gumby. I'll see you next time.